Paynesville Live. Today with me, I have David Oehrlein and Jesse Rasmussen. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So last time we got together, we talked a little bit about family groups at the elementary, which was kind of this year was really the onset of that. And so we wanted to take a few minutes to explore and discuss Connect Time, which is kind of this is the first full year of Connect Time here at the secondary. So David, just tell us a little bit about Connect Time, what it is, and where that came from.
Sure. Actually, Connect Time came about a few years ago at the elementary school, where we experimented with giving students a choice in some activities, and we ran the activities for like 4 or 5 weeks at a time. And so when I got up at the high school here, our philosophy has really become, how can we make the secondary student-centered and give students a choice in some of their programming. And so we just did some research and came up with a personalized learning opportunity for our students called Connect Time. And the goal of Connect Time is to give students an opportunity to choose something that they're interested in for that day, and just give them some responsibility in their education. And so there are just a wide variety of different activities and things going on every day that students get to choose from.
So they get to choose something like every day. So tell us, like, logistically, how does this work?
Okay, yeah. So there's a computer program that kind of runs the whole thing, and beginning at 8 o'clock in the morning, students have a chance to go into this program. They log in and they see a list of offerings for that particular day. And those offerings they have some parameters around them, like how many students can be in there,
Okay.
grade level, and then it has the different topics, and students can go in and choose an area that they're interested in for that day. And it might be something just for that day, or it could be an activity that teacher has lined up for an entire week.
Oh.
And so there's really a wide variety. Part of the student responsibility is what we're trying to teach also is, it's not necessarily that you're going to choose the most fun thing every day, but there are going to be times where where a student maybe has a final coming up or a big test, and how as a student you're going to have the responsibility to choose what's best for you on that particular day.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So, like, what types of courses? I mean, so when you kind of talk about activities and courses, like, what types of courses have we been offering for our kids?
Yeah, we like to try to offer a lot of different opportunities for students. So we try to offer opportunities that first off support the learning that they're doing already in classrooms. So we offer resource rooms for every different subject every day. So on any given day, there's a math help room, there's a science help room, there's an English help room. So that if a student is struggling in any of those areas, that they can come in and get help from one of the teachers every day. And then on top of that, we want to provide some enrichment opportunities for students to take things and really explore things that they don't get to normally inside the school day. So we have things like Make It Monday, where students come in and they get a chance to cook with a couple of our staff members and make different things. And so they do things like that. The Innovation Center is open, and they get to come in and work on projects that they don't normally get to throughout the day. So they get to make things that they want to. The wood shop's open, the auto shop's open. So we try to offer a real big gamut of different opportunities for kids to explore and to sort of support their learning.
So, Jesse, is this where the hot chocolate bombs came from?
This is where the hot chocolate bombs came from.
Okay, so I kept hearing all December about the hot chocolate bombs that people wanted their kids to take because they wanted to be, that's really cool. So that was made on like a Make It Monday.
Absolutely, yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Awesome. So how do the staff, like, do they just pick and choose if they have an area of interest, or how are the courses developed and who teaches them?
Yeah, so it's based upon teacher interest a lot of times. So if you have something that you as a teacher you're passionate about and you want to share that with students, you can offer it, and we'll see what kind of people come. And if there's support for that on multiple days, then we run it for multiple days. Each department is responsible for offering a support room every day, so that we make sure that we're offering help to students in the curricular areas that they need. But yeah, outside of that, it's very teacher driven. So if you have something that teachers are passionate about that's outside of their content area, they can do that. They can also do things like if they have time for a cool lab, like they don't normally have time to do this lab inside the curriculum time, then they can offer this cool lab during Connect time, and they can do some of these fun experiences that they really enjoy.
That's super cool.
And we've also had guest speakers come in, people from the community talking about business opportunities. One of the neat things that we started just recently is Mrs. Bungham was able to get a grant through the Ian Pelton Foundation, and we purchased a whole bunch of guitars. And so students have been in there every time that it's offered, learning how to play guitar, and that's been a pretty cool experience.
Yeah, we've had a couple guest staff members come in and play guitar for them a couple times, and so that's been a neat to see.
That's really cool. So is this one? So I'm guessing this is when I walked by the seminar room, and there was the shark person talking about. So there's some really cool experiences that I think this provides for our students that are just outside of the curriculum. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What are we hearing from the kids?
Yeah, kids tend to really like it, especially for students who are involved in a lot of things. So say, for instance, you have basketball and you have 4 basketball games this week. That gives them this opportunity to find a place where they can come in and they can get schoolwork done and they can get caught up so they're not so far behind. And then when they are caught up, then they can start to explore fun things that they're really interested in learning in. So
cool. That's awesome.
Our hope is really to get kids connected to something. You know, they come to school and they have their core curriculum area, and this gives an opportunity to really find something that can be a nice niche for them, whether it's a lifelong activity or a connection with a staff member who they may not ever have a class with. The key is really just to give the kids the opportunity to have that choice, and then they feel a little bit of ownership in that.
Yeah, you bet. You know, one of the things before I came to Paynesville that was there's just so much dialogue and discussion about how we engage kids differently. And I think this is a really beautiful tool to do that, because it really is. It's finding an interest. It's not a whole semester long. You know, you can try something or a quarter, and you can grab on, you can learn it, and you can try something. So that's really I think that's super cool. What do our staff think about it?
We've had pretty positive staff responses. I think there are a lot of staff members that are really passionate about stuff that they don't normally get to talk about. And so we have staff members like Tracy Piepenberg, who are really interested in woodworking and working on the lathe, and he gets to share that gift with students during Connect time, and normally in a class setting he wouldn't get that opportunity. Or like Mary Landecker, who really enjoys cooking, and throughout her day she wouldn't get to share that opportunity with students, but now she can offer a Connect time and share some of the things that she's really passionate about. So
and we really want the Connect time to evolve and to grow. And so as we become more comfortable, as teachers become more comfortable with what they're offering, we see opportunity to have students take charge of some of those classes and some of their passions, because we have a lot of students that have some unique talents and some unique hobbies that we just normally may not hear about.
Sure.
And so we want to continue to grow it. We want to continue to, give community members an opportunity to come in and speak to their passion. Business community members come in and talk about, what they provide in their line of work, and just continue to get it to evolve.
Sure.
And not, let this become a stagnant thing. So.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to just kind of pause here and see if there's any questions that have come through, because this really is kind of, this is not typical, maybe. When you think about like a kid's experience at school, for them to be able to walk in the morning and pick a class that's just something I want to learn about, or for a staff member to reinvigorate their teaching by teaching an area of passion that is, I think about when I was teaching, there are days that it would have been really fun to teach about something that's just really an area of interest of mine. So that's really cool. As I'm pausing, and I don't know that I see any questions at this moment, I will just say, thanks you guys for sharing kind of the creativity for that personalized learning in a way that we're connecting differently, hopefully with kids, and having kids engage with their education in a unique way. I think if there are people that have ideas or kind of, feedback for us, who would you like them to contact?
Well, they could contact myself or Mr. Rasmussen.
Perfect.
And if they have an idea or something they'd like to offer our students, any teacher here would be
cool.
happy to host
Good.
on those particular days too.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us today, or either tuning in live or watching us after, and learning more about our Connect Time at the secondary. So thanks, gentlemen, for joining me.
Thank you.
And take care, everybody.